There's a version of Bloodbuzz Ohio, the national song on the record. Why? Why that song?
That was just like a string of events that led to it being on the record. I was in New York to record, and Thomas, who was one of the producers, he puts on a show called The Burgundy Stains down on Bleecker Street, and at this really nice venue. It's like the stage is in the middle and everybody sits around and, you know, has dinner and drinks, and he plays his own music, his Dove Man songs, but he also invites different artists to get up and sing songs with him. And he asked me, because I was in town, if I would get up and sing, and he said, would you do a cover? And in my head, I thought, oh yeah, I'll do, I love singing Dreams by Fleetwood Mac. I like singing You're the One That I Want. I mean, there's like a few in my head I thought I could do. And it was the day before he asked me, so it's like I didn't have a lot of time to prepare. So I thought I'd just do something that I was comfortable with. But he actually said, why don't you do something off High Violet? Because he knew I liked the record, and so I went through the record and I tried a few different songs, and Bloodbuzz felt really fun to play, and so went up and played it, and it was really fun. And the boys who were the musicians in the band were the guys who were in the studio making the record with me. So when we first got into the studio, Thomas suggested very smartly to start off with the song that we all knew. And we'd all played that at the show. So we all knew this song, we all got in there, and it was nice because I guess when you first get in the studio, you really want the first song to go well so everybody feels comfortable and feels good. And so we did that first. And then after we finished the recording, like 17 tracks, everybody really liked that recording, so it ended up on the record.
It just stayed there.
It just sort of stuck. It was like the first song we did, and we were attached to it, I guess.
And then you're singing somebody else's words. Can you have the same sort of relationship with somebody else's lyrics as with your own?
Yeah, definitely. I don't even know what he's singing about, but for me, you know, for me it means something, you know, and probably something very different to what it means for him, or maybe not. Maybe it means the same thing. I'm not sure, but I'm a big believer in, I really love doing covers. I think everybody kind of keeps saying the same thing over and over again in music. It's always kind of, well, at least for me, my dad is in a covers band, so we grew up listening to cover songs, always, like my dad singing versions of other people's songs, and in a way they were his own. He was singing them and his band were making them their own, and so for Angus and me, I think singing covers has always been a really fun and easy thing to do. Like you turn the song into your own experience, and I guess it's like, I don't know, when I'm singing You're the One That I Want, it comes from a musical, you know, that's very playful, but for me, when I sing it, it's kind of like, it's a little bit darker. It's a little bit like, maybe a bit annoyed when you found the person that is so amazing and so magical and so perfect, and yet they can't figure it out. And it makes me feel sad when I sing it in a way. Whereas when she's singing it, she's kind of, you know, she's really excited because she's, you know, she knows it's going to work out.
It's about making the song your own song.
Yeah.
Last question. What does the future have in store for you personally and for Angus&Julia Stone?
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I know a little bit about the future in terms of where I'm going to be, you know, with the tour and stuff like that for this album. But I mean, the last time I spoke to Angus, it's like we don't even talk about the future because I think we both know well enough how quickly our minds change. We're both very changeable and very indecisive. I mean, like, before this happened, we were making a record together and then we just scrapped it, you know, to do this. And that happens all the time, and it has happened all the time with Angus and I. Like sometimes we're in the middle of doing something and then we're like, oh, we don't want to do it anymore. And so I don't know, I guess when I speak to him, I just speak to him about his life and, you know, his dog and his world, and, you know, and I just feel like in my heart, he's somebody I always want to make music with. I just don't know when that will happen or how. For now, this feels really right just to be playing these songs. They feel fun to play, and I like the band that I'm touring with, and it feels good. So this is for now, and who knows? I mean, I hope we get to make music again together. He's my brother. He'll always be around. See him at Christmas.
All right, thank you very much.
No worries.